Kundalini and celibacy, how are they actually linked together, and what does this mean for your awakening journey? Now, for those of you that are going through a Kundalini awakening, you may not know, but Kundalini, also known as Shakti Ma in the Hindu religion, is that serpent energy that is sitting dormant at the base of your spine. And when it gets activated, her singular purpose is really to pierce through all of your chakras, making her way, and her destination being the crown chakra is where she's really headed. Now, I have made a video on this previously, which I can link at the end of this video for you in case you're interested to know more. But just know that basically Kundalini, once activated, is basically, whether slow or fast, is ultimately trying to reach her, destination, which is the crown chakra, so she can unite with her divine counterpart, which is Lord Shiva. Now, basically, what we want to try and understand when you are on the Kundalini awakening journey is what are the things that you can actually do to really help her rather than hinder her progress. Because with or without your help, she is going to make it to her destination, because once she is activated, that is her sole purpose. So if you want to really help yourself through this journey, there are definitely practices that you can do to help this journey. And one of them is celibacy. Now, basically, celibacy actually acts as the fuel that Shakti actually needs in order to make her journey upward. Now, it's actually helpful to understand that as Kundalini is trying to move through your chakras, you do feel sometimes a more powerful surge in your sexual energy. Now, the key thing here, though, is instead of really wasting away that energy, giving into your sexual urges, what you really want to do is try and conserve that, if you are able to. Now, for those of you that may have partners and say, that's really difficult for me to do, well, that's okay. Ultimately, as I said, Kundalini is going to find her way through the chakras. It might just take you a little bit longer if that is the kind of lifestyle that you're still engaged in. Whether you are with a partner, still married, and this happens to you, just know that, the quicker and easier way to go about it is really to preserve that life force energy so that she can make her way forward. With that being said, you want to also understand that in case the sexual surge of energy that you are feeling is really overpowering. Now, let's say you are having a real difficult time in dealing with this, and you want to give in to the urge that you're getting, even if you are single, it should be easy for you to do so, you would think. But if it becomes overwhelming or overpowering, the ask here, according to yogic traditions, is to find a way to transform that energy. So, for example, looking at some form of physical exercise, maybe form of yoga, dance, whatever may be suitable for you is something you may want to consider. Now, the only word of caution from my end to you here is that the activation of Kundalini working through your chakras is actually already, taxing as it can be on your physical body. There are periods of exhaustion that you go through, a lot of purification, which brings up a lot of things for you to deal with. And therefore, the last thing you want to do if you are choosing a form of exercise is to make sure that you are not making it harder for your body, as you are already working through a lot. So look for something that is suitable based on the period that you are in, something that is more, something that you can do with more ease, more naturally, will be the better way to go. But the more you can find ways to transform this energy rather than, losing it to sexual pleasures, the easier it will be for you on this journey, and really will help Kundalini move her way upwards. Now, the one thing that's really helpful for you to know and understand about your Kundalini awakening journey is that Kundalini actually has the hardest time trying to break free from the lower three chakras, which have to do with your sense and belonging in the material world. I'm talking about the root, the sacral, and your solar plexus chakra. And this is simply because those three chakras are in relation to, how you really operate within the world. using your physical senses, only having a sense of awareness about who you are at the physical level. As long as you are operating from those three lower chakras and the passions of lust, anger, and greed, and your egoic identity, you are unable to really get a hold of and have an understanding of who you are at the soul level, which really kicks in from the heart chakra moving upward. So your relation to the world, how you understand the world, your shift in consciousness really takes place moving from the heart chakra and above. And the more you move upwards, the closer you get to piercing through the veil. I really hope the content in this video is helpful to you in understanding the relationship between celibacy and Kundalini's journey moving upward. Now, as long as you are able to adopt some practices that can really help Kundalini, not just celibacy, but anything else such as yoga, possibly, breath work that we've talked about, obviously a daily practice of meditation, that is really going to help you on this journey to keeping Kundalini moving upwards to her destination where she would like to meet Lord Shiva at the 7th chakra. Thank you so much for listening. I really hope this was helpful. God bless.